Hey kids, so I am going to be talking to you guys about a little bit of collage work, a lot like the project I just posted before with doing some crazy hair with a model. This one, again, is basically open for everybody. There, again, though, are some things you are going to want to get. One is going to be something to draw with, color with. You got to have pencil or pen. The other is going to be try to drag up or find, pull up an old picture of yourself. If you've got a printer, just cell phone snap a picture of yourself and then print it out. Or if you absolutely can't find an old Polaroid that you're allowed to chop up, or a regular, little photo print that you're allowed to chop up, then what I would tell you at that point is same thing as the last one. Just go find like a picture of a person that you want to mess with, and then cut them out of a magazine and be able to use that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that picture of ourselves. If you're able to take one fresh of yourself and then print it off on a printer, then I advise you to look up, because it's actually going to help with this one. So I'm going to take that picture of myself here. So it's a very good one. You can see my cluttered basement in the background. But anyways, what we're going to do with this is we are going to cut around ourselves here. Try to kind of show everything else going on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my eraser tool instead of cutting, because that's just much easier for me to do it here on the computer. So I'm going to erase the background right here around myself. And it's the same thing as if you were to cut it out of a piece of paper or photo paper. Okay, so we've done that, right? So the next thing you're going to do is actually cut across your forehead, kind of like you're trying to take your brain out right there. So you're going to just snip, 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 just like I'm doing right here. And then I'm going to curve mine around right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what I've done, and I'm actually going to rotate my head open. So I'm going to rotate it. I'm actually going to go pretty far. I'm going to have it be like spilled open on the top. Now, this doesn't make a lot of sense with your hair. I actually like to line up like the, my actual forehead, the fleshy part right there, and that I think makes it look a little cooler in a sense. And then what I am going to be doing here, I believe this will work across. Okay, no, it'll just be on that one piece. Is I'm actually gonna use. Actually, at this point, you're fine. Just keep it the way it is. I was gonna say you can draw and kind of blend in, make your hair look a little more realistic that way. But I think it's actually kind of goofy and fun that the head is just clean cut off with the hair as like one piece. So now you are going to get yourself whatever kind of pencil setup you want. You can have whatever's going on, and you're gonna draw what's coming out of your own head, what's coming out of your mind. And that's why looking up actually makes it look kind of cool, because you're looking up right with the direction of whatever's going on right there. So in this case, I don't know, I actually imagine that mine's gonna be, whoops, I accidentally went to white there, didn't mean to. I'm gonna imagine that in this case, and I'll use the pencil here so it looks a little closer to what you guys might do. Can get it set up kind of the way that I want it. I am still hunting for my stylus, so right now I'm using my finger. So anyways, I am going to draw. I liked it better when it was the ink. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to draw myself some stuff coming out of my mind here. So what I'm actually going to make right here, I'm making mistakes all over the place here, guys. I'm going to make kind of like a little hibiscus flower thing going on here. Just like this cool tropical flower, and that is going to literally be growing out of my head. We'll add some color to that in a little bit, and I'm going to have some like other flowers winding off of that. And one fun thing you can do is, like when I'm doing the vines here, I'm going to do this one that actually goes behind the top part of my head here and then pops out the other side. And that's just going to create that illusion of depth a little bit more. So let's make our flower petals here. Whoops. Keep accidentally sampling the background because my finger's just too fat for this. So we're going to add a few more bits to this flower. We'll add some color, like a splash of color into this. So if you had a colored pencil, marker, Sharpie, whatever you want to color with, you could use, let's add some leaves onto here too. And it's going to be totally up to you. So I'm going to have this like lush rainforest basically coming out of my brain. Oops. Mistakes aplenty from Mr. King today. Eventually, I think my stylus will turn back up. I'm hoping not to have to purchase another one because I just don't know what happened to it. Hoping my son did not throw it away somewhere. So I have this lush greenery coming out of my head. Again, really, really helps to have stuff overlapping because that just looks so much better. So I've got all this crazy stuff coming out of my head. Like these long palm ferns and stuff. And I apologize, the drawing quality I'm getting here from my finger alone is just subpar. But, you know, it'll function. You'll still understand it, and you'll still get the idea of it. Okay, I think I've closed off most of my shapes enough to be able to pull color into them. Remember, if you leave shapes open with a computer and you tell it to fill, it'll just go everywhere, which is a little frustrating. Okay, let's double check. Looks pretty good, right? Is that a new layer? No, good. So let's add a little splash of color to this and we'll finish it off. I mean, this is it, guys. It is as simple as can be. And you can see, I couldn't even land it in the white space there. Not by a long shot, Mr. King. So let's add some color. Oh, okay. You know, I'm not even opposed to having the green in the petals there. Ooh, 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 ooh. Didn't want that. Okay, let's get a slightly darker green in here. Remember, change your colors up a little bit. If you've got colored pencils, blend, blend, blend. Whoops, I didn't want to do the petals there before, but that'll work. That'll function. Let's get some really vibrant, kind of like fuchsia colors in here for the flowers. Got the magenta. Whoop, hello. This is just an episode of Watch Mr. King touch the wrong spot on his touchscreen. And could it be more annoying? We don't know. Anyways, we're just going to keep adding a little bit more, Ooh, I like this vibrant green that I just created right there. And I don't know why that's leaving that one space white. I must have accidentally put a white stroke of the ink right there. But that is totally fine. And let's then add like an orangish yellow here into the stamen. Oh, wait, no, that is not the stamen. That's the pistil. Ooh, I gotta go through my botany again. Learn the parts of flowers. I believe, and I could really be wrong, pistil and stamen. What part of the flower? I just can't tell you. I don't remember if it's the same part right there in the middle. I'm going to say they're linked together, so I think I'm kind of right in my statement. And you guys saw how the background, I think it pays to have a background behind your head here. You can just do solid colors. Like if you've got some markers here or something, that's going to be a good choice for you. So go right ahead, have some fun, fill it in, make it look awesome. Ooh. I'm dealing with the challenges of losing things and what that does. I'm going to do this. Ooh, this is kind of cool. I like that white stroke, how that ended up accidentally becoming some kind of fun. Add this in here so it looks like that. Oh, yeah. So you can see I've got this craziness coming out of my brain here, out of my head. Go with like a deep blue. And oh yeah, there's the background. This should still be green back here in my flower. And we are looking pretty good. Alright, and there's what's spilling out of my mind. So that's really what I want you guys to work on, is doing this kind of illustration collage. Think about overlapping. Think about the way that you want to get your colors to kind of function together here. And just really have a lot of fun with it. And instead of it just being stuff that you draw, you can actually choose to have the things that are spilling out of your head be more things that you've cut out. So if you've got a magazine, if you have just random pictures of things, or you have even like wallpaper pattern and stuff like that. You can do some really, really awesome stuff with that. So whatever comes out of your head, it can be collage, or it can be drawn, or it can be both. And that becomes a really fun opportunity. So I want to know what's coming out of your head, what's going on in your brain, to literally open it up and spill it out. So go ahead and do that, guys. And if you, at this point, I want to mention, if you want to share images in the comments to the videos, or just share images directly with me via my email, I'd love to see what you guys are up to and what you're doing. And I just think it's going to be really cool to get an opportunity to see what you guys do with it. All right? Have an awesome time. I will catch you later, and we'll make some more art.